What is your name?
Gregory Hugie.
And what is your birth date?
3/22/46.
Okay. And today's date is February 6, 2026. When did you or your family first move to the Northend neighborhood?
I was born and raised on the North End.
Okay. When did your parents and the rest of your family move to the North End then?
Oh, my parents moved. They came here in the 20s from Georgia, mother and father both. Lawrenceville, Georgia, and let me see the other places. I can't think of offhand. But they was both southern Georgia.
Okay. Did they move directly to the North End, or did they live in Black Bottom first?
Oh, they came. They used to live on Russell. I probably wasn't even born then. When they first got together, they were living on Russell. That's Russell on the other side of Holbrook.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, they moved on Goodwin. And we stayed on Goodwin up until 1958. And in 1958, then we moved on Seward on the west side.
Okay. Thank you. And were there any churches your family were members of in the neighborhood?
Oh, yeah. We started off at Russell Street Baptist Church. Russell Street Baptist Church was on Russell. It's still in existence today. And from there, because it was kind of split up, a lot of them went to St. George Catholic School.
Okay.
Let's see, all the way up until I was a teenager. But the girls, let's see, it was just me and John. This is one of my younger brothers. We were the only two that went to Catholic school. And he stayed in Catholic school up until the 12th grade. He graduated from St. Vincent de Paul's. And I went to public school, and I graduated from Northwestern High. And my sisters that went to school with your grandmama from St. George over to St. Agnes. I had 5 sisters graduated from St. Agnes High.
Oh, also, when I'm pausing, even though I'm recording, I'm writing down what you're saying to help me remember it better.
Okay, I understand. Mm-hmm.
But thank you for sharing that. My mom went to DePores.
Yeah.
Were there any regular events in the neighborhood during your childhood that you liked to attend or other people in your family?
Oh, all the time, especially when the state fair came to town. Back then, when the state fair came to town, there was a big parade. And at that time, they was located right there at Woodward, near 8 Mile Road. That's where the state fair was at all the time. And that was a big hit. Usually Labor Day weekend.
there used to be a baseball game on Sundays, maybe on Cardone or Cameron.
Oh, that was the baseball was over on Cardone.
Okay.
At the rec center. It was the rec center over there, plus it was the elementary school. They had a baseball field, and that was maybe elementary school. And right across the street from maybe elementary school was the rec center. A lot went on in that rec center back in the day too.
Was that where a lot of events and just groups and clubs would meet?
They had a lot of events in that rec center. One of the biggest things, I think, who was president at that time, Roosevelt, I believe, when he declared that country western dancing was the number one dance in the country. So people was learning how to line dance, all that stuff back then.
Okay.
Yeah, water outfits, the Western outfits and stuff. What else went on? They played baseball. They had the semi-pro league football teams too. They played over there.
Could anybody join?
In the fall.
Could anyone join the semi-pro league?
It was pretty much made up of blacks, but they were older though. I was just a kid then.
Mm-hmm.
But they were much older. They was in the early 20s and stuff when they was playing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were there?
What else?
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
What else? The big event that took place when we was kids. Oh, we made our own scooters out of 2x4s and old roller skates.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, usually everything we played with, we pretty much built it back then. Our parents didn't have that money to be buying this and that. Mm-hmm. So we found out a way to build it. Yeah.
Were there,
excuse me?
Were there other things games or things you and your friends would make up in the neighborhood for fun?
Oh, yeah. We played baseball all the time. We made things over at the rec center. They had instructors over to teach us how to make during the summer. Because they had the college kids over there teach us how to make stuff. What else? Did a lot of fishing coming up out of Bella. What the boys did, put it that way. The girls was doing their little dolly things.
Okay.
Yeah, and they also, as we got older, when they used to have the debutante balls. Well, back then the girls was taught how to act proper, be ladies. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was really nice. Just taught them pretty much how to be proper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as you got older, when you were a teenager, and even when you were a kid or a young adult, Were there some businesses that you like to frequent or that your family liked to frequent that were in the North End neighborhood?
Oh, let me see. On Westminster, there were the barbecue places. There were the bakeries. A lot of Jewish-owned businesses over there back then. There was on Oakland. There was dress shops where women go shop at for dresses and stuff. There were black-owned cleaners. There were the mom and pops confectionery where we used to go to buy ice cream and pop and stuff like this. And we used to go to Hamtramck a lot too. Walk over to Hamtramck. We used to call that little downtown because there were so many storefront businesses and stuff over there where our mother and father just go over there and shop. You know, it's a lot of stores sold a lot of clothes of the kids. So it was shopping over there quite a bit.
Did you ever have a favorite outfit or piece of clothing or garment that made you feel really sharp that you got from Hamtramck or even borrowed from a friend when you were young in the North End?
I think when I turned 13, I think I had paid my little change, and I always wanted to buy me a cap and a bandline shirt. And I made enough money cutting grass and doing chores and stuff to buy my own birthday present. And I was super, super proud of that.
I hope I can find a picture of that.
Somebody had that picture. Yeah.
Now, I know you mentioned some places where folks shop and also going to the rec center for different activities. Was there a place you went to socialize in the neighborhood as you got older and when you were a young adult?
Oh, yeah, that was over at, when we used to parties, went to waistline parties. That was at Ted's, Jackson's house. His mother let him have the waistline parties all the time. In fact, Ted Jackson's mother was almost like a minister herself because she used to teach Bible study. And that's just right on Oakland, just 2 blocks away from my house.
What's a waistline party?
That's when they measure your waist at what you pay to get in. If your waist was 17 inches, you pay 17 cents.
Okay. I never heard of that.
Yeah, waistline party. Your grandma would know about them.
Yeah, but she doesn't always think to tell me like the names of things. She'll just say, "I went to this party," and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had waistline parties. During the summer, every Friday, you could hear the blues throughout the entire neighborhood. You know, because that was Friday night. So you heard the blues throughout that's when the older people were just having a ball doing their thing. On Saturday, you could smell the barbecue throughout the whole entire neighborhood. So that's when they started cooking a lot of barbecue back in the day. One nice thing about the North End that I discovered is that it was more of a village than anything. you couldn't just walk around and do bad things without being checked by an older person. So that pretty much kept us in check.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Of the music that played on Friday nights, and even the music you like to hear if you had a nickel for a jukebox, what were some popular songs and what were some of your favorite songs?
Oh, wow. Even blue suede shoes was popular back then. There were a lot of groups, because we used to stand on the corner and harmonize all throughout the whole neighborhood during the summertime. Everybody wanted to be a singer. Jackie Wilson. We used to listen to Count Basie back in the day. A lot of blues. A lot of big band music. That's what Count Basie come in at. Ella James and all them people. Brady. I was trying to think of some of the old people name that come to me. But we had entertainment all the time. Yeah, all the time. It was a very nice place to be raised at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of some of the artists you just named, do any of them have like a song or a record that have a special memory of the neighborhood attached to it for you?
Oh. No. Not one specific song, no.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you work?
Oh,
Go ahead.
No, he was actually, did I work when I was a kid coming up?
I was going to ask you something different, but finish what you were going to say.
Oh, there was a recreation center, Constantine Rec Center, which is over on Woodward, right next door to Northern High School. As a kid, we went there all the time, too. Swimming, basketball, boxing. Everybody used to box back in the day. And a lot of activities at the rec center. Okay. As a teenager, I got my junior lifeguard permit at the rec center. I used to love to swim. We used to walk. It used to be a group of us. We used to walk all the way out to Belle from the North End, Oakland and Westminster, all the way out to Jefferson and the East Grand Boulevard, just to go swimming.
That's a nice walk.
In the Detroit River. Oh, big time. That's all we did back in the day, walked.
That's one of the best parts of being a teenager is walking everywhere.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's how we got around. Walked everywhere.
Okay. Were there any
no
places?
Problem.
Oh.
Huh?
Were there any places you would stop by on your walks to and from Belle Isle?
Not really. We just made a beeline.
Okay.
Just walked straight out East Grand Boulevard, straight to Belle Isle. Back then, they used to have a tunnel at the end of used to go up under Jefferson Boulevard into Belle Isle. but they shut it down a few years ago.
I've heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
You said your parents moved up to Detroit in the 20s. Did you have a lot of new classmates or other family members that were moving into the North End during your childhood?
I wasn't even born when they moved here. I was born in 1946.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But I have other siblings that was born back in 1935 and 34. But they've all passed away now.
I'm sorry. I just meant specifically like in the 50s, were there still, distant family members or cousins or even just new people moving into the neighborhood?
Yeah, family was there all over the North End back then. Yeah. Family was all over the North End. Not just over on Gouverneur Westminster, but also Holbrook and Russell. Had a lot of family over there too. Yeah. Okay. And one thing you've always had a lot of churches. A lot of churches. Yeah.
Were the churches providing a lot of help for the families that were new to the North in the city?
Always. Back then, when they was working in the plants and stuff, usually in the wintertime, pretty much everything slowed down, so people were pretty much laid off of work. And they weren't really getting those kind of benefits. And that's one reason why most people back then had gardens in their backyards, because they can all that stuff. So they have vegetables and stuff, for the winter. We used to have some bad winters back then. When it got really, really cold.
Was it a lot of snow?
A lot of snow.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I know earlier you said the North End was a lot like a village, because of how people connected. Was there a lot of sharing of resources and things and people helping each other out, even like outside of the church?
Always. Yep, that's how it was back then. Just like one big family affair. That's what's so special about the North End back then.
That's beautiful.
Everybody chipped in and helped out.
Wow. What are some things?
You had your, let me see some of the stores. I know right there on the corner of not Seward, but Gouverneur and Westminster, you had a clothing store. You had Mr. Allen's. You had a fruit market, and that was Tony's. And then across from Tony's was the bakery. Had some of the best huge oatmeal cookies you can think of. And I used to go in there to sweep the floor just to get a cookie.
Are those your favorite kind of cookie?
Right today, yep. Oatmeal raisin cookies, yeah. And you had a lot of donut shops back then too. A lot of them was, Polish restaurants and stuff. The stores that made a lot of baking goods.
Okay. A lot like Hamtramck or Joseph Campo.
Hamtramck was made up of mostly Polish people from Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now it's made up of Arabics and Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
All the Polish people left.
No, they're still there.
Well, the majority of them they live in Sterling Heights.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're not in Hamtramck. The Hamtramck has changed quite a bit. You ever did a tour of Hamtramck?
Yeah.
When was the last time?
A year ago maybe. Because the
Okay.
Polish bakery is still over there, and the Polish
Some
market.
bakeries not as much as it used to be.
No,
a lot of
no,
this
it's
stuff
not to the
about
same
there.
degree. But yeah, so many things that the family would need, or if they need to run to a drugstore or something, was on Holbrook or Joseph Campo or Conant.
That's correct.
So
That's correct.
I just see Hamtramck sometimes as an extension of the North End in my head. So when you describe all of these places that people could shop and go to get food, I'm just imagining, it looking like what I saw as a kid, but even better.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things you think people may have misunderstood or not known about the North End?
Don't forget Black Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That was back then. Black Bottom was part of the North End also. That's where mostly blacks businesses were.
Yeah,
And if you look back at our history, that they didn't want us to have businesses and stuff, so they would always disrupt them and destroy them. That was something, yeah.
Were there any businesses, black businesses on the North End that got destroyed when you were a kid?
Oh, I wasn't a kid then. I missed the earlier riots back in the 30s when they had a riot when they said that something happened out at Bella.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't true. But that's how they always start stuff. And just like all over the country, that they got jealous and said we shouldn't be doing that. Take it away.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And if you notice, how old are you now?
34.
Okay, when they had the '67 riot, where the North End was destroyed, 12th Street, Dexter, Linwood, Sprint. It was terrible. And none of that stuff was rebuilt out of it. Yeah. We had church here and there, but it was never ever really built back like it was. Till this day.
I'm sorry. But people are starting to build up more businesses in the neighborhood again.
Well, some places are. But now, some of the differences now is that you have a lot of young whites moving into black neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a switch.
Yeah, it's very interesting, to say the least.
Well, that's what you got going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Even on just like on the North End with the urban farms. Westminster. You had urban farms. Have you seen those lately?
Yeah, I worked on some of them. Those are black owned and run.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still there.
And
Every year.
And they're opening up like a market, like
Mm-hmm.
behind Oakland, maybe on Goodwin. They're doing something large. I have to ask.
Now, when I was on Goodwin, there were a lot of four-family flats. Plus single homes and two-family flats.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was raised in a two-family flat. We had bunk beds stacked to the ceiling.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah. A lot of, probably had, let's see, in the boys' room, probably 4 stacks with 2 kids to a bed. And that's how it used to be. Because there was a lot of us. See, I came from a family of 16 sisters and brothers.
Oh, wow. That sounds like my
See what I'm saying?
great-grandparents.
Huh?
That sounds like my great-grandparents.
Yeah. There's a lot of us. That's why when we left the North End and moved to the West Side, shoot, we thought we had it going on then. Yeah, it was a lot of us.
So, with that many siblings, socializing probably involved your family a lot more. Or did you have your own friend group separate from your brother and your other siblings close to you?
Oh, yeah, you still had your own friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because you went to Catholic school and things, were you friends with more kids from outside of the neighborhood?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right to this day. After all these years, we're still in contact with each other. One still living.
And would they come and visit you on the North End from different parts of the city?
Oh, back then, yeah, everybody was doing their own thing. Yeah.
What?
You know, we walked everywhere. So we visited each other.
And what neighborhoods were those friends living in?
On the North End, talking about Cameron, Delmar, Cardone, Leicester, Owens. Yeah.
And the ones who didn't live on the North End, what neighborhoods were they from?
Some came from the West Side. Seward, 12th Street, places like that.
Okay.
Linwood area. A lot of them used to walk over that way. And then farther east, too.
Okay.
Like Mac, like going toward Black Bottom, Shane. They used to be all black.
But people would come from all over the city to visit folks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good days back in the day.
Okay. So now we are on the last question. It's not really a final question. We just covered so much ground. It's the only question I have left. Because the hope with these interviews that I've recorded is to create a storytelling audio that people can listen to that will be paired with photographs and illustrations and things to represent what the neighborhood looked like for folks. So even if, it might seem like a small detail to you. To me, I'm trying to draft painting your day, a day in your life in the neighborhood.
Oh
And
yeah,
the places you might have
that's
seen.
why my intentions is to go down to the Free Press and the Chronicle, see if I can pull up pictures and stuff
Yeah,
of
I
the
appreciate
North
that.
End.
So for this last question, I've asked about businesses and places where you hung out and people and how you socialized. Was there any character in the neighborhood that you hoped to run into or that you would see out and about when you went out every day at any time in the neighborhood?
Oh yeah, they had some nightclubs back then, and we used to love to go. What was this nightclub at? It was over on John R. and Forest. And we used to love to go over there because the people were dressed so sharp. And the automobiles they was driving was so clean. And we used to have a ball going there watching them going in. We did that a lot.
Was this before y'all were old enough to go into the club too?
Oh no, we couldn't go in the clubs. Too young. So we just watched.
That's wonderful.
Oh yeah. No, we wasn't allowed to go in the clubs back then. Yeah, I think when I got old enough, the only club that I was going to and was the 20 Grand and the Greystone Ballroom.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun. That was when I was in high school. We went to the 20 Grand all the time on Friday nights.